Give me under 20 minutes and I will change the way you're looking at weight loss, especially if you're thinking about taking GLP-1 drug. Because here is the truth. GLP-1 meds are not going to change your metabolism. And they're also not going to build the habits you've skipped. And they definitely won't keep the weight off if you go back to who you were before you took the injections. Losing weight is so easy when you're not hungry. But the real results comes when you show up, when the appetite comes back. I will tell you this. You don't need another prescription. What you need is actually foundation. You also need more muscle, protein, structure, and plan that's sustainable and doesn't make you feel like a garbage. The truth is that fat loss isn't about what you take. It's about how you live when the drug wears off. So please stop hoping that this time will be different and stop hoping for this drug to fix those habits that you've built in the last 20 years that led you to who you are today. Make it different, make it last, and stop looking for shortcuts. So let's talk about what is GLP-1 and why it matters. So GLP-1 stands for glucagon-like peptide 1. And surprise, surprise, it's actually a hormone that your body naturally makes when you eat. And it's kind of a powerhouse when it comes to helping you feel full, slowing down digestion, managing blood sugar and triggering insulin, and telling your brain, hey, we've had enough food, we're good. Basically, GLP-1 is the reason why you stop eating after a big meal. And it's part of your satiety response. After you eat, your GLP levels go up, usually peaking around 30 to 45 minutes after you ate your meal, and then slowly comes back down. And that's why you're not constantly starving after eating. Your hormones always working behind the scenes. And remember, this isn't some magical thing that this drug invented. GLP-1 has always been part of your biology. And now I want to talk about what these meds actually do and why it seems like a magic. GLP-1 drugs like Ozempic or Wegovy were originally invented for people with diabetes 2 to help them to control their blood sugar. But people taking them noticed something very unexpected. They weren't hungry at all. And that's because these meds mimic GLP-1, but in a way larger doses than your body naturally produces. And your brain literally means you've just eaten a massive meal. So you stop thinking about food altogether. No cravings, no appetite, just I'm full all day long and I don't need to eat. And that's exactly the reason why people start losing weight so quickly. It's not fat-burning magic, it's just an appetite suppressant. But here is where things got really complicated and where most people are so unprepared. If you are barely eating, your body doesn't just burn fat, it also burns your muscle. And it happens really fast. In fact, studies show that up to 30% of the weight loss on GLP-1 drugs comes from lean muscle tissue. And for women especially, that is a big problem because muscle is everything when it comes to your metabolism, your strength and energy, blood sugar regulation, hormone balance, and aging as well. And the less muscle you have, the slower your metabolism becomes. And the harder it gets to keep the weight off long term. So yeah, the scale might drop fast, but at what cost? Let's talk about what happens when you stop taking GLP-1. Because this is the part that no one really talks about. Once you stop taking the medication, your appetite comes back big time. But now you've got less muscle and slower metabolism and usually zero foundation around your habits, nutrition, and movement. And that's exactly the reason why so many people regain the weight back. Some studies show that up to 2/3 comes back within a year of stopping the drug. But the way that came back, sorry, but it's not your muscle. It's just fat. You end up with worse body composition, with less lean muscle mass, and higher body fat percentage. So yeah, in other words, you end up with worse body composition than when you started. And I've had so many clients come to me after going through the exact think. They were told that the drug would fix it, but it didn't. Now they're more frustrated, stuck with higher body fat percentage, and even more confused than before. All right, now I really want to say, I'm not against this drug, but I also want to educate you on if you're going to take it, just focus at least on these few things that I'm just going to cover. Because in some cases, like uncontrolled diabetes 2 or extreme obesity, these drugs can be really helpful, but they are not the magic solution. So if you are taking GLP-1 medication, here is what you absolutely must to do. Please eat enough protein, 1.2 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. And that's not some diet trend. That's actually what your body needs to hold on muscle. Please lift some weights at least 2 to 3 times a week, because strength training sends signals to your body to keep the muscle even when you're losing fat. Don't starve yourself. Use this time when your hunger is low to actually learn how to balance your meals. Because surviving on one protein bar and coffee, it's not really what I would suggest. Real food and real habits. Work on your mindset. Because these mats don't fix emotional eating, binge patterns, or years of dieting trauma. That requires structure, education, and support. Because like I said at the beginning of this video, the mats might help you to lose weight, but your habits are what will help you to keep the weight off. And did you know you can actually boost your GLP-1 naturally, even if you're not on the mats? There are ways to support your natural GLP-1 levels through food and habits. So then habit number 1 is eat your meals in the right order. Veggies first, proteins and fat, carbs last. Because this small shift helps regulate your glucose and boost your GLP-1 up to 38%. Tip number 2. Chew your food. I know this sounds super silly, but chewing actually signals your gut to release more GLP-1. So slow down next time you sit down and be present with your meals. Drink yerba mate. This South African tea may support your GLP-1 naturally and just give you the gentle coffee boost without the caffeine crush. And again, prioritize high protein meals. Certain amino acids like phenylalanine in food, like tuna, beef, tofu, or even pumpkin seeds, help support GLP-1 release naturally. And here's what I want you to walk away with today. GLP-1 mats can help, but they're not a replacement for a lifestyle. If you're just hoping to be less hungry forever, you are missing the bigger picture, because real results comes when you stop outsourcing the real work and start learning how to support your own body. So whether you're on a mat or you're thinking about it or just tired all of the quick fixes they don't work or lost, this is your sign to go deeper. Build muscle, eat real meals, high in protein and fiber and healthy fats, and learn how to balance your blood sugar. Oh, and make sure you also focus on healing your relationship with food, because that's exactly what makes fat loss sustainable. So if this resonates with you, or maybe you've been on this journey yourself, drop the comment below. I would love to hear your opinion. And if you're ready to reset your body, your hormones, or your metabolism, make sure you check the show notes. There is a link for my reset blueprint that you can download. Or you can also fill out my metabolic assessment form and I will get back to you with custom assessment for you. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.